What's up, everybody? Sir Spookfest here. So, my kid Eric here decided he was going to try and rip up my new magazine and he wants to read a story, so we're going to read a story. Huh. Okay, this one's in New Hampshire. Goody Cole, the Witch of Hampton. Location: Hampton, Rockingham County. Eunice Cole was an English servant who moved to the USA in the 17th century and ended her days as the only woman in New Hampshire convicted of witchcraft. Eunice and her husband William moved to Boston, Massachusetts, and moved between coastal towns, living on William's wage as a carpenter. It's unclear the Eunice Goody Cole was prosecuted. Say hi. Was prosecuted by her community, yet she was accused of witchcraft on 3 separate occasions. Historians suggest that Goody was an unpleasant and aggravating woman, and nothing more than an unwelcome neighbor. Yet she was imprisoned for several years, repeatedly attacked by her community with supernatural accusations, and Goody ultimately died with an incarcerated woman. Buried in an unmarked grave, and the corpse may have been impaled with a stake. What? Goody was impaled with a stake as a means of exorcising the body. Horseshoes were placed by the stake to fully cleanse the community of her evil. And then below they have court records, an actual image of like the court record from that time. It's actually really hard to even for me to read, so I don't think I'll read that one. Let's do Maine. I'll read this one and we'll do a little more, okay? Since you wanted to try and rip this up and he broke my tripod, he broke the top off. You're strong, baby. You're strong, baby. Is that you? The Seguin Island Lighthouse in Maine. In Phippsburg, Saginaw County. Built in 1796, Seguin Island Lighthouse is known for both its idealistic setting. I can't read it if you do that. 3 spirits that are said to inhabit the building. One such spirit was the lighthouse first keeper, John Palacry, who spent 8 years on the island before dying penniless in 1804. You got my hat. He's got my hat. You getting bored? I'm sorry, you wanted to read this. Oh no. Here, get him. Rah. He's said to have haunted the lighthouse keeper who came after him. He's known as the Old Captain. Another known spirit is the wife of a former keeper, keen pianist, but play without. A pianist could play without sheet music. The keeper and his wife were stranded on the island during a harsh winter one year with just one song. Playing it relentlessly, the tune gradually sent the keeper and his wife insane and attached the piano, and then his protesting wife with an axe. So he chopped up his wife with an axe. That's a crazy story. It said that you can sometimes hear the keeper's wife playing that same tune on a foggy morning. No ripping it up. On foggy evenings and mornings. The third spirit is a young child who was buried close to the lighthouse and has been seen playing in the gardens and running up the stairs of the lighthouse. Summer caretakers for the tourist season who continue to report paranormal experiences, including moving objects, cold spots, and different apparitions. Different apparitions in the Maine. There's the Maine lighthouse that is haunted. That's cool. Seguin Lighthouse remains popular with tourists, and despite the locals saying haunted by spirits of the lighthouse keepers from days past. Yeah. All right. Well, there's two more little things on this page, and then maybe tomorrow we'll do Vermont, Pennsylvania, Washington, Delaware. Colonel Jonathan Buck's tomb. Colonel Buck was Justice of the Peace, founder of Bucksport in Hancock County. Buck originally sentenced a witch to death. Prior to her execution, the witch cursed Buck to always bear the mark of his decision, with the curse manifesting on a large watermark on his gravestone, the shape of a foot. That's cool. You can't really see it, but I can. So his gravestone's marked with a foot. The ghosts of Haynesville Woods. The spirit of a young woman often seen standing in the roadside by Haynesville Woods, Aroostook County, asking motorists for help. When approached, she says that her wedding day and her husband has disappeared, and as soon as the driver reached the end of the road, she disappears. That's a crazy one. These are really cool. I'll do some more tomorrow. Yeah, thanks for coming on. You say bye? Those are always fun, just to read stories I haven't heard of from different states and stuff. You say bye-bye. You say bye-bye. Bye!